Welcome, Flip Clock fans. The original Hawaii Five-0 lasted 12 seasons from 1968 to 1980 and was filmed almost entirely in Hawaii. Since this 70s classic essentially matched the run of the popularity of flip clocks, it seemed obvious that there would be a flip clock shown at some point. So the search was on. Hawaii Five-0 provides a window into 1970s retro style, especially the electronics, fashion, and the cars. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the electronics that were shown. Then we'll highlight the top 30 famous actors who made a guest appearance on the 278 broadcast episodes. And finally, we're going to ask one burning question. Hey man, where are all the flip clocks? About the electronics. On the show, you'll see reel-to-reel tape players, the boxy televisions, old telephones, and speaker systems. They would often try to obscure any brand names, often simply with tape. But nothing compares to the display of a popular device that appeared in Season 7, Episode 4, Steal Now, Pay Later, which aired September 30th, 1974. There you'll see the Panasonic RQ711S Tape and Take cassette player. It made a huge appearance, in fact showing all the US available colors. They used the fictitious brand Tranasonic instead of Panasonic, but the model number on the original boxes can be seen, and at a few points the Panasonic badge name is visible. These made such a prominent appearance that a big fan of the series just might have to get one. Searching many episodes looking for flip clocks, I was struck by the number of TV and movie stars who made a guest appearance on the original Hawaii Five-0, some even before their big break in showbiz. Here are the top 30 guest stars in the original Hawaii Five-0 as chosen by flip clock fans. Leslie Nielsen.
I can't let McGarrett in on this. 100,000 places for a man to hide this.
Ricardo Montalban.
I know Mr. McGarrett.
I've dealt with them ruthlessly.
Johnny Crawford.
Something happened to my wife? Your wife?
Christopher Walken.
In name only? That's a dirty thing to say. Well, then you correct me.
Buddy
I can well
Ebsen.
understand your excitement at the prospect of our forthcoming little adventure.
John Ritter.
We are talking and I'm listening. I don't happen to agree with you, that's
Marion
all.
Ross.
Anita Putnam, cargo status.
Anita, it's Alvin Jones. You have a pencil?
Jackie
I
Cooper.
was working in the garage using an electric drill. They make a great deal of noise.
Loretta Swit.
I've contacted somebody who can help me help you. He's a psychiatrist.
William Shatner.
You here alone?
No.
Andy Griffith.
Mr. McGarrett, we're small potatoes, you know that.
Meg Foster.
I want all my pictures to be in the top magazines. What do you think?
Well, you have all
Patty
the,
Duke.
Far out. Can I get you some coffee? A little homemade apple pie?
Said you wanted a pitch a deal.
Eric Estrada.
I'll wait for you.
I was hoping you would.
Pat Morita.
Calling that phone. Sure. What if we get friends?
Cindy Williams.
Hey, what are we gonna do about it?
You know, we gotta go to the cops.
Larry
No.
Wilcox.
Do I know you?
My name's Mike.
Oh, well, I'm Chuck. Where you from, Mike?
People's Attack Group.
What?
Casey Kasem.
Swift!
Don't scare me, Kobe!
Maybe that's because you're too dumb to be scared, because you should be scared, Larry.
Sam Elliott.
like a little wall of pleasantness around himself. He was a very private guy. I can dig that.
Abe Vigoda.
Give it to McGarrett.
Abe, come on.
Get out of here! Get off my property!
We're almost ready to move.
Vic Tayback.
You have the fossils?
I've always had the fossils.
Susan Day.
Well, it could be him. I haven't seen him for a while. Do you know where I could find this?
George Takei.
This is Blake!
I'm in a chopper. I just escaped from the Strela ring.
Jack Cassidy.
Must be 5-0. Did he talk with him? No, not yet. He ran.
Ed Asner.
Naturally, they suspect you and me and everybody. That's the way they solve crimes.
Let me fill you in, see?
Rich Little.
We held this kangaroo court.
Wait a minute.
Robert Reed.
Verdict is in. Does that have any special significance? Oh, I'd say so.
Paul Williams.
A loft in a warehouse at 223 Pearl Street.
Victoria Principal.
Hello, I'm Dolores Sandover. Did you have a call for me?
Stanley recommended him. Says he's big time. Somebody by the name of,
Jeff Daniels. Not a complete list, but a pretty good sampling of the talent that showed up on the original Hawaii Five-0. I mentioned the cars. There are loads of late 60s and 70s cars shown. We're not going into details now except to say, look at that ambulance. It may remind you of Ghostbusters, but not quite. Okay, now we're getting closer. That is some kind of mobile radio receiver car. They're trying to triangulate the location of a bad guy. In one episode, they used it to broadcast a tsunami warning. Alright then, what is Hawaii Five-O's nod to flip clocks? There on the desk of Steve McGarrett, Season 5, Episode 6, we see a rolling wheel, or what some call a cyclometer clock. And they've just put a piece of black tape on it to hide the brand. You can see a close-up during Season 6, Episode 10, and later during Season 7, Episode 1, they have it up over some sort of interactive map, still with the black tape. There are many other episodes with the clock, but often only the back can be seen and sometimes it's not there at all. But it can be seen on McGarrett's desk all the way to the end in the second to last episode of Season 12. Obviously, they never planned for someone to be able to replay these scenes over and over, studying them, making comments about black tape. So what brand of clock are we dealing with? Well, just for this video, I have secured a Hawaii Five-O Steve McGarrett clock. It's a Westclox. It looks like they designated this clock a model S29-A. It's listed in the famous Westclox and Identification and Price Guide as catalog number 20221 and was made only between 1967 and 1970. Here it is pictured in Westclox catalogs. The Hawaii Five-O clock, Steve McGarrett's clock, is not even a flip clock. It's a somewhat plain, almost industrial-looking Westclox model S29-A direct reading clock with black tape. So why use a rolling wheel instead of a flip clock? Since it did make notable appearances, I have figured that it would make it very easy to reset the clock for multiple takes. As long as the clock is not in the middle of changing a digit, you can easily adjust hours or minutes. There is one more rolling wheel clock of a different brand in Season 5, Episode 12, where it was used as a timer for a device that Dano had to defuse. We'll look at that in more detail another time. As you know, the show was filmed almost entirely on the Hawaiian Islands. Perhaps you suppose that maybe in 1970s Hawaii didn't have as many flip clocks as the mainland USA. Oh, but you'd be mistaken. In fact, when searching newspaper archives for flip clock advertisements, I can count on nearly every brand being represented in the Hawaii newspaper, the Honolulu Star Bulletin. Hawaii is 8 hours by plane from Japan and 4 hours from California, and it seems Japan took the opportunity to flood Hawaii with flip clocks. I haven't watched all the episodes yet, so maybe one day we'll find a flip clock, but I seriously doubt it. If you see one, let me know. But still, Hawaii Five-O was a big deal in the day, and remains a much-loved TV classic from the 1970s, with or without a real flip clock.
Book him, Dano. Murder 1, grand theft broken.
Here's a present for yourself.
Well, thanks for taking the time.
Boom.